Friday morning. It is the moment of truth. I sent a text to about 10, 12 of my buddies, cousins, brother, etc. when I saw my weight was about 272, and I said I am challenging myself to get under 270 by today. I told them August 15th, I am going to weigh myself. I'm going to do my weekly weigh-in like I typically do every Friday, but I know I've really fallen off in the last couple of months, just due to some life transitions. And I challenged myself and I put in the work. I got off the scale a little while ago, so let's see where I am. So let's go into my Garmin app. I had planned on running 2 miles this morning. My legs are really sore. I don't know if I need to push through or just keep whatever, but I was planning on running 2 miles. My legs are dead right now. I've run 5 times in the last 7 days, 5 times in the last 7 days. Yeah. The moment of truth. I feel good about this. I feel like I did everything correct. I was 271 on Monday. Let's see where I am. Damn, that's a little underwhelming. I did it though. Let's focus on that. I felt like, I lost 1.5 pounds in 4 days. I honestly would have expected to blow weight, but I was honestly hoping I'd be under 268, and in striking distance to get to 265 next week. But you know what? The goal was under 270. I have knocked on the door of this 4 or 5 times this year, and the lowest I got was 271 and change. And this time I just was not taking no for an answer. That's good work. I'm down 1.5 pounds since Monday. Body fat was over 33% a couple weeks ago, so it came down. BMI, I'm still clinically obese until I get to 29.9, and then I'm just overweight. That's good work. That's really good work. So mission accomplished. Really happy to have bust through. And I need to stop with the disappointment. I was honestly hoping I'd have a shot at 265 next week, but this is a process, and it's all on me. I'm in control. What I put into my body is my own choice. And if I'm going to eat right, if I'm going to drink right, the weight will fall off. I don't have the cardio that I used to have. I can't run like I used to a few years ago. I used to just be able to rack up the miles, run 20, 30, 40 miles in a week, which makes dropping weight a lot easier. Running 2 miles is a challenge for me now, which is shocking, but I really haven't run consistently in the last couple of years. So that's part of the reason I'm just making this push and trying to run 4 or 5 days a week and just doing shorter runs. The reality is if I do this consistently for the next 3 months, I will see a noticeable change. It's just getting back into it is very, very difficult. So I just have to push through the fatigue, the soreness. I did this run this morning, 40-hour fasted. I have not eaten since dinner time on Wednesday. I did have a protein bar right after I stepped off the scale. Thank goodness I made the weight, because I had in the back of my mind, if I don't make it, I'm going to get on and run 2-3 more miles. But didn't need to do that. But I was hoping to come in lower, but the goal was 270, under 270. And you know what? I'm going to target 5 to 7 pounds a month. I'm going to keep the momentum. I'm not about to fall apart. I want to come under 270 next week. I'm going away for a week on a cruise, so I know that's going to be a setback, but I want to come in 269.5. Let's try to target under 268 by next week. I know, I'm going on a cruise from Sunday to Sunday. 4 days we're going to be at different locations. So I know I'm not going to work out those days. But the days where I'm at sea, I am committing to 2 a days. I'm going to run 2 miles in the morning, and I'm going to do maybe a 45-minute lifting session in the afternoon each day. I'm going on the cruise to enjoy myself. After losing my job, after I got laid off last September 4th, I went on a cruise, And that really helped reset me and just kind of get me refocused, deal with the shock. It was nice just being away and not being, my phone was ringing off the hook, family, friends, people from NASA, like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And, getting away was just, I didn't have my phone on. I didn't have anything on. I didn't get internet while I was on, and I was gone for 6 days. And it was a nice break. I haven't gone on a vacation since I started working. It'll be 6 months on Monday. So, this is kind of a very delayed post new job celebration after, just an unexpected turn in my career last year. So I really want to enjoy it. It's the first real trip I'm going on since I went to Christmas. My family, we drove down to Montgomery for Christmas and we spent the week in Atlanta. That was a fun trip, but it's honestly my first trip since Christmas and it's August. So I'm going to enjoy it. I don't necessarily need to pig out, but I'm not going to hold myself to anything. That's what I'm saying. I want to set myself up well. And I want to come in at the last Friday in September, or let's say by October 1st. I want to come in somewhere between 263 and 265. If I could target 7 pounds a month for the next 3 months, September, October, and November, I'll make my year-end goal. As I said a few weeks ago, my year-end goal, my base goal is to get under 250. My stretch goal is to get back under 240, which I haven't been since, I believe, 2022. I was 250 in 2023, but 250 on a dot. I haven't been 249 and change since then. So my goal is to be under 250. I don't care if it's 249.5, just like this by Christmas. That is my year-end goal. And so I want to make consistent progress. This trip is going to be a bit of a setback, but I'll position myself as well as I can. And like I said, there are 3 days at sea. Each of those days I'm committing to running 2 miles in the morning. And I'm going to enjoy my day. And in the evening before dinner, I'll get in a 45-minute lifting session. Honestly, last year when I went on a cruise, it's not even like I gained that much weight, because every time we had an excursion, like I went on like a 4-hour ATV ride and a 2-hour submarine ride in the same day when we were in Mexico. Now, when we did go to the private beach, I got a cabana and I had a personal waiter, and I did pig out that day. And I know we're going to a private island this time. So yeah, that first day is not going to be a good look. But like I said, I'm going to target coming in at 267.9 for next week. And when I come back, we'll see where I am. But my goal for September 30th, I don't know when the last Friday in September is to come in 264.9, or my stretch goal is to come in as 263.9. If I could get 7 pounds a month, I'll be at my year-end goal by Christmas, and I have a chance at making my stretch goal. But good work. Happy with this. I have not been able to break through. I finally did. So really proud of this. And like I said, let's keep the momentum going and keep focused on that year-end goal. On a Friday for Reed Fitness, signing off.